How you doing, guys? Danny Kid right back again with another video. Let's go. We over here holding an oversized load from North Carolina all the way to Idaho. Not a bad run, over almost 2,300 miles right there. But without further ado, let's go. OTR plans. Have a plan for OTR. I always make a video about this. It's probably every week I'm having a video, just repetition. Have a plan for over-the-road truck. If you're over-the-road truck driver, which in my opinion, you're over-the-road if you come on every weekend, but over-the-road, especially when you're out for 3-4 weeks, some people go out for 2, 3, 4 months at a time. That's crazy, but there's some people doing that, and you probably have a dream, especially if you're single, that works. But I'm speaking for anybody who's over the road. Have a plan for trucking in general, but for OTR. Don't be on the road wasting your time, watching things that's not going to help benefit you in your future, not taking advantage of your company's retirement plans, matching. You just on the road and just wasting away. That's when, in my opinion, OTR is a waste of time. When you're just over the road, you're not learning, you're not going around, you're not learning the different highways, you're not learning how America's built, you're not looking at the house prices, you're not learning about the real estate, you're not learning about trucking, you're not observing the world. You're just over here just as a bystander, but you're not really observing the world and taking critical notes. That's why I think OTR is a waste of time. Why are you doing over the road? First, I'm not gonna lie, it depends on the company you're working for. The company I was working for previously, over the road was not bad, but it started going down. And my regret was I should have switched companies sooner than later. When it was time for me to jump ship, I should have jumped ship, which was my mistake. But as I'm in a pretty decent company now, but as you keep going through the truck industry, get into a decent company that's going to pay you a pretty good wage. In the first 2 to 3 years is going to be, realistically 5 years, but especially for the first 2-3 years, it's going to be ups and downs in your trucking career, your trucking business. But as you start laying the foundation of your trucking business, trucking career, get all your endorsements, which I have too, need to work on. Get all your endorsements, get your TWIC card. Opportunities will open up for you. So learn about the industry. Have a financial goal. Don't just be on the road and just like, okay, I'm just going to drive. You don't have no goal, no plan. You just drive. No, have a financial goal. Have a fitness goal. Okay, it's hard to be very fit as a truck driver, but have a goal. Okay, I'm gonna start cooking more food in the truck. I'm gonna try to walk for 10,000 steps. Have some certain types of goals and plans for yourself, because if you don't, you'll waste your time. Your time on the road will be a waste. I said that's my opinion, but if you're just on the road and you're just driving this truck and you don't have a goal or a vision, or you don't have a plan for what you're doing in this truck, you're going to find yourself years flowing by, time is going by, and you have achieved nothing, you have done nothing. And that, for me, that's the scary part for me. I look around, see other drivers, I'm like, okay, no, I want to make the right transition. Unless you've been OTR driver is your dream. But at some point, like for me, I'm married, have a kid, I have a goal. I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't want to be away from my family for this long. And if it's going to be, you have to pay me a big bag. But at a certain point of life, especially when you have the financial situation in order, money, as long as you're making money that's decent and you pay your bills and do this and you have some money left over, making bazooka amount of money, although that's important, but it's priorities. And right now, my priority is financial, I'm not going to lie. But my priority is getting to family. And so it's like, okay, I'm going to use this 2 years to pay off debts, to save some money, to help my wife finish school, pay for my wife's school and so she can finish school. Lay some money down for my kids, for the future, for my kid in the future, for college, or if he wants to go to trade school, have some money set aside for that. You need to have some goals and some dream aspirations, even for myself, pay off debt, have some money saved up, learn more about the industry, learn more, okay, if I want to start trucking business, what should I do? So I'm learning more about the industry, learning more how routes go, learning more about how systems go, learning more about trucks, which truck is good, which truck is reliable, which truck is not, learning more about these things. So just in case, let's say if I do want to start a business, I know what I want to do, okay? So don't just waste your time on trucking. Have a goal. If you want to be a company driver, that's not bad. But have a goal. Okay, I want to be a company driver. Make as most amount of money as you can if you want to be a company driver. If you want to be an owner operator, learn about the industry. Learn about the plans. Learn about what truck you want to do. Learn about maintenance. Learn about your operating costs. Learn about business. You have to learn about business. Most people think, yo, you're a truck driver, I'm an owner operator, I just drive. No, you have to learn about business. Learn about, do you want to be a one fleet? Do you want to be a multiple fleet? Do you want to be a large fleet? Do you want to be a small fleet? These are questions you need to ask yourself. So if you don't want to be a truck driver, what industry are you going to go into? You get me? I know for me, I was like, okay, yeah, most likely I will stay in the transportation industry. I always been in the transportation industry the whole time. And transportation and logistics. I might as well stay in this industry. And in this industry, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do local or regional. I don't plan on doing OTR anymore. I need to be home at least every weekend, at most every other weekend, but every weekend at least. And if I'm local, I need, well, home every day basically, local. And I was like, okay, if I do, personally for me, I'm like, if I do want to own a trucking company, I want to learn a little bit about the mechanical side. So most likely I'm going to go, when I get back home, go get some lessons in diesel, be a diesel technician. So I could learn a little bit more about the industry and learn more about the trucks. So if I do own my own truck, I could fix it. That means more money in my pocket. If I do own a fleet, and I don't plan on having a big fleet. You know, for me personally, I don't want to have a humongous fleet if I start a trucking business. Personally. And when I first got in the industry, I was high on that. But then as I get in the industry, then I'm like, dang, this industry is work. This is not industry where you just sit down and you just drive like that. No, it's work. You're going to work in trucking. You're going to work. All this easy money, all this. No, you're going to work if you're going to be a truck driver. And if you're an operator, you're going to work times 2. Because you not only need to be an accountant, lawyer, you need to know how to the transportation, FMCSA. You got to learn. You got to know all these things. So that delusion of, oh, trucking business is easy, or this and that, I'm just going to make easy money. The truck industry wiped that away from me. It's like this. There's no easy money. Now you put yourself in position to win. Like this is local company that's paying $120,000 in Jersey, but because I did not prepare myself, or I didn't prepare myself, I did not make the right moves. I'm not able to take advantage of the opportunity at this moment. Okay, so while you're over the road, have a plan. Get all your. That's if you want to stay in the street. But even if you don't, in my opinion, get all your endorsements still, because you never know. A lot of people are getting laid off. A lot of people are getting fired, you know. So in the truck industry, trucks are still moving. I don't know when people say, I'm not saying there's not a slowdown, but trucks are still moving. I haven't really seen, we're letting go of drivers. I haven't seen that as of yet. Now, trucking companies are shutting down. They are. But as an industry as a whole, most of the time, people don't want to do over the road. So you'll always have a job. Most of the time you'll always have a job. And probably not being driving is flatbed. Probably not being flatbed is auto transportation. Probably not auto transportation is garbage. There's always going to be, and there's different sectors of trucking. There's different avenues. There's always going to be a position for you to take advantage, and there's always going to be a position for you to get a job. Okay, so I know for me, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm learning more about the industry, learning more about rates, learning more about if I had to run a business, how should I run a business? What should I do? Level accountant. If I do want to go to back school, what degree where I want to get into that's going to also help if I do want to come back to this industry. So I'm learning. I'm not going to be on the road just wasting time. I'm learning. I'm seeing these different parts of the nation, you know, being on I-80, going on I-44, to I-64, I-640, going to back to. So I'm learning about the interstates, learning about all these different things, learning about, okay, this housing over here is not that expensive. So if I want to move, I'm like, okay, yeah, this house is $200,000. That's not bad. So when I hear, the house prices, I'm like, okay, no, there are places you could get pretty decent housing in a relatively decent neighborhood for a good price. It's location. And even with truck business, location. What is your market? So where I'm living from, I'm like, okay, I got to start studying my market. So don't just waste your time as an OTR driver. Be confident in yourself. You over here, you have a job. You're adding value to the economy. You're not just, a lot of truck drivers have low self-esteem. So don't have that low self-esteem. Work on yourself. Work on your mental. Work on, even for me, how to talk, how to communicate. read books. You know, if you have a laptop, take courses online. Take courses how to do business. Even though you don't want to be a business owner, you never know. Take courses on business. You being a better business owner will also help you being a better business owner of your life first. Like a guy, he has a trucking business. I met him in Florida. He said, if you cannot manage your own finances, manage your own personal finances, it'll be hard for you to manage a business finances. So work on yourself first. And the good thing about OTR trucking, I would say this before I end the video, you get to self-reflect. You get to think about yourself. You get to really dive deep in your own psychology, and it strips everything away from you. Where who are you without everything else? You can't really flex when you're over the road. You can't be like, I got this car, I got this. No, you just a man with a truck. Now who are you? Take away everything. Who are you? You know? So build yourself, work on yourself, love yourself, and not in a selfish way. I'm talking about in a way of you're able to accept yourself. These things of life don't make you make them. Okay? So this is Danny K. Comment, subscribe. If you're an OTR driver, tell me what you think about this video. If you need anything, or if you have any questions, comment down below. Out.